What's up, everybody? You know who I am. I'm the Comic Outlaw. Yeah. And are you ready, ladies and gentlemen, thieves and crooks, hoodlums of all creeds and nations? Yeah. We're doing the comedian part 4 of 4. Hello from Vietnam. Yes, the comedian is back in Vietnam. And we're going to find out what kind of war the comedian has in mind and what kind of fun, sick, twisted little jokes and pranks the comedian has up his sleeve. So stay tuned. As you see, the comedian staring at a dead body. Hello, darkness, my old friend. He's tripping. His eyes are wide, blood covering his face. His mouth's twisted. And as they land, they see dead bodies everywhere. Soldiers, people, villagers, blood and body parts. Soldiers throwing up. Everyone terrified of what's going on, what's happening. As the stench of death fills the air, they find the man they're looking for, Edward Blake. He's wounded, but the sergeant insists to wound him some more. As he falls to the ground, his helmet hits the floor with a big smiley face, for the comedian went out and had himself a good time. Earlier, they find a dead soldier, stripped of his uniform, shot in the back. He looks familiar, but so many dead soldiers it's hard to tell. A kid in high school, one of them says, named Pizza Face. It's all the name they have for him as they go back. And this guy's basically cleaning the shitters, trying to get everything done. And everyone's kicking back with a little R&R as the main troop comes in. And this is basically what's going on. This is Eddie's home for now. And this is what he comes back to every day. And the soldiers, they offer Eddie something interesting. Acid. A high blotter acid. It changes your ways and perspective of things, but the comedian's never done it before. And yet he thinks, maybe. As he goes back to his locker, the little kids, the native kids, they ask him to clean his boots. And they ask what's on his boots. He says, bad guys. They say, they'll clean it off so he can have room for more, which he does find entertaining. Grabs a beer. They ask him what's so funny. He thinks nothing's funny except the men that walked in and their ridiculous plan. Eddie wants the war to end. He's been here for years. He's sick of the jungle, sick of the politics, and just plain sick of the government dragging their feet when the war could be won in his mind. Eddie has no time for politics, but he's about hearts and minds, like he tells the little kids. And the soldiers tell him he must do everything necessary. And he asks him, what about Pizza Face? Did he die a noble death? And they have no idea what he's talking about. And the funny thing is that Eddie doesn't know him either. He's just proving a point. And now, passed out, he wakes up after shooting him. He must be on some very good stuff to just wake up from a tranquilizer like that. They hand him his helmet and they ask, what the hell happened? Why is there so much death, blood? Our own men. What the hell is going on? And he's still on the acid, so instead of seeing the two soldiers, he sees John Kennedy and Robert Kennedy talking to him. They tell him, we're on the 50-yard line here, but you just did lose us the war. And to Eddie's point, they're playing touch. He plays tackle. Now he's getting his butt kicked by the little kids here. They say it's time for him to go out. Now, they brought Eddie here as a hero, a reminder of the war. They didn't expect Eddie to go out and fight his own war. But any man that's read his file should have known what was coming. He's a comedian, after all. And it's time for this sick joke to get another good laugh. It's time for this sick joke to get a round of applause through bullets, blood, blasting, and explosives. Now, this is where he decides to contact Robert Kennedy, because he's senator right now and he's now running for president. And they've kind of dumped him. After what he did in America, they kind of just dumped him there like a prison sentence for years. And it's really pissing him off because he wants to go home. He wants this war to end. And finally, as they're going on their usual patrol, he's become famous and they hand him some smiley face acid. Comedian smiley face acid. And they say, why not take it? It'll open up your world. People will be able to see your world. Your world will become yours. And the comedian tells him, are you ready for my world? And his men said they're willing to follow him, not knowing the abyss they're about to travel into, not knowing the abyss, the depths of the man who just entered Wonderland. They find out the rage, the fury, the blood. As the comedian gets going, steps on stage, if you will, and starts revealing the sick joke that is humanity, the sick joke that is this war, and having a damn good time doing it. As they come across an unsuspecting village, the village we saw earlier, and as the old man looks, surprised, shaken, and with fear, for his last moments on earth are here. He's shot down by Edward Blake and his men, the comedian, ready for one more good laugh. High on acid, lost in the jungle. Will he find his way home? Or will he even find his way out? Will he step and find his sanity? We'll find out the next time. And I'll catch you on the flip side.